I wish to read out this valedictory speech, which I have written to try and embody an ideal of words and this man's contribution. And the valedictory speech reads, Pete and Bev, Brock Peter Jeffrey, AM. As the promoter of Sandown International Motor Raceway, it is my honour to represent the motor and broader sporting community in recognising the contribution of one of Australia's greatest racing drivers, whose influence on the sport and on innumerable individuals has been permanent and profound. Respecting the ideals instilled by his late father that recognised the importance of the family, he commenced his motor racing career in humble circumstances where, as a result of his natural talent, he was chosen to drive for General Motors, to whom he remained loyal for the majority of his illustrious career. During this time, he also devoted his energy and experience to driver education and played a pivotal role in many state and federal government road safety initiatives, before which the use of racing drivers had been incidental to these campaigns, and by his association and imagery gave encouragement to the young to emulate the same heroic standards as his own. He that dedicated himself to his chosen career for 30 years witnessed a vast number of technological changes, yet retained a natural aspect to his personality that some interpreted as abstract, when in fact it represented inner or true strength, and by so doing attained an extraordinary stature in the national as well as sport. Whether one is religious or otherwise, we should pause for a moment and raise our eyes towards the Almighty and thank him for his divine providence in sustaining Peter during the many risk-taking years of his career, and give thanks that he has survived with all his faculties so that the next generation can benefit from his knowledge, experience and enthusiasm. John Davison, the 14th of September, 1997. Rocky. Peter, this plaque, which embodies the valedictory speech, has been written to try and epitomise your contribution emotionally, in terms of your ambition, your energy and your commitment. And it is my honour to ask your permission to affix this to the front of the control tower, overlooking the front straight, which from this point on will be known as the Brock Straight, in recognition of your wonderful contribution and service to humanity, the young, and excellence in your chosen field of sport.
Well, John, I must say that I'm totally overwhelmed by this. I had no great idea that such a situation was going to unfold. I guess 30 years ago, I had no great plan about what it was I was setting out to do. I just loved the sport. I loved getting out there and experiencing whatever life had to offer, and doing so with, I guess, the greatest level of energy and commitment and enthusiasm that I could possibly muster. I've always had a lot of fun driving motor cars, and I'd also say to any young people out there, never lose sight of the fact that, you know, life is there to be enjoyed. And I've always tried very hard to, I guess, live by my own principles all the way through. To have you to wish to affix this plaque in front of the control tower, look, I mean, it's an extremely humbling experience, and thank you very much for giving me such an honour. I wonder sometimes if I ever deserve any of these things, but I thank you for your kind thoughts, and also, I guess, for naming this straight Brock Straight. Hopefully later on today I can have Brock leading down Brock Straight. Who knows? It'd be very, very nice to think, particularly at the end of lap 163. I always remain optimistic about life. I always think that life is there to be made of by your own, I guess, the choices you make. And if life isn't going too good, well, have a good look at yourself. And who knows what today has to unfold for any of us out here. All I know is that, as always, I'll be giving it my absolute best shot. I know no other way. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. And back to you, Bill Woods.
Cheers there from the crowd here at Sandown. A big one despite the weather, and there's nothing you can add to the words of John Davison and Peter Brock. It's a special day.